Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're cracking open the story of a company that is, quite literally, forging our future. They make the super strong, precision-engineered parts that are the hidden heart of pretty much everything in our modern world. Just think about all the machines that power our lives. We're talking trucks, trains, even those giant wind turbines. Now, what if I told you that one company was making the critical, high-performance heart for a ton of them? Well, that company is Balu Forge Industries. And in this explainer, we're going to figure out exactly how they're pulling it off.
Okay, so to really get what makes them tick, we've got to start at the beginning. What do they actually do?
It all comes down to this one word, forging. Honestly, the easiest way to picture it is like high-tech blacksmithing. But instead of a hammer, imagine these gigantic presses squeezing superheated metal with unbelievable force. That pressure actually realigns the metal's insides, making the final part way, way stronger and tougher than if it was just poured into a mold.
And their star product? It's the crankshaft, which is basically the backbone of any engine. It does this incredible job of taking the raw, explosive force from the pistons, that up and down power, and turning it into the smooth, spinning motion that actually moves our vehicles. It's a hugely important part that's under a ton of stress, and Balu Forge has become a major leader in making them.
And this is where you start to see just how massive their reach is. We're not just talking about cars. Their parts are in everything, from huge earth movers and trains to ships and wind turbines. And look at this, aerospace and defense. This kind of diversity shows they're not just playing in the traditional spaces. They're pushing into the most demanding, high-tech fields out there.
So they make these critical parts for a whole range of industries. That's cool. But what's really key to their success story isn't just what they make, it's where they sell it. And believe me, this is a truly global story. Yeah, this is no small-time operation. Balu Forge has a network that reaches more than 80 countries. We are talking about a serious global player with a footprint on pretty much every continent. And they're not just selling spare parts on the aftermarket. They supply components to over 25 original equipment manufacturers, or OEMs, all over the world. Now, this is a really big deal. It means their parts are being built directly into brand new machines by some of the biggest global brands right on the assembly line. And check this out. A whopping 90% of their revenue comes from exports. That focus on the international market isn't just a happy accident. It is the absolute core of their entire strategy. It just goes to show you the massive global demand for what they do. Okay, so a solid foundation, a massive global reach. That's a great story right there. But the financial numbers, this is where the story goes from interesting to absolutely remarkable.
As the executive director Shree Ram says, their performance is driven by robust demand. After you see these next numbers, you might think robust is a bit of an understatement.
Just take a look at these figures for the first 9 months of the fiscal year. Their revenue leaped from just under 4,000 million rupees to over 6,500 million. That's a 64% jump in 1 year. Incredible.
But, big revenue is one thing. Is it turning into actual profit? Oh yeah, their profit after tax, or PAT, more than doubled in that same time frame. This shows they're not just selling more stuff, they're getting way more efficient and way more profitable while doing it.
Let's just boil that whole profit explosion down to a single number: 116% growth year over year. That is the kind of number that makes an entire industry stop and pay attention. So the big question is, how does a company possibly keep that kind of crazy momentum going? Well, for Balu Forge, the answer is to go all in on building the factory of the future right now. And this is what that future looks like. It's a new 46-acre mega campus, and it's a massive leap forward in tech. We're talking about advanced 7-axis CNC machining, which just means they can craft mind-bendingly complex parts with insane precision. The whole place is automated with robots and built to Industry 4.0 standards. Think of it as a smart factory that's constantly fine-tuning itself to be as efficient as possible. And why build something so ridiculously advanced? Simple. This tech is their golden ticket into the most demanding and most profitable sectors out there. If you want to make parts for defense, for aerospace, for even nuclear applications, you need this level of precision.
This is their strategic play to get into the absolute top tier of manufacturing.
So we've seen their solid foundation, their global reach, their explosive growth, and their bet on a high-tech future. It all comes together in a really clear 4-point strategy for what they're going to do next.
Their game plan is simple, but it's powerful. Step 1, expand their muscle with that new campus. Step 2, use all that new tech to branch out into more advanced products. Step 3, go back to their existing customers and sell them these awesome new parts. And finally, step 4, keep pushing their borders and expand into new corners of the globe.
And hey, this isn't just some plan on a whiteboard. They are already making it happen. I mean, look at their recent partnership with Swan Energy. They've created a whole new venture specifically to build parts for those super high-growth defense and aerospace sectors. This is their strategy coming to life, right in front of us.
So, all of this brings us to the final and most important question. We've seen their incredible growth. We've seen their massive investment in next-gen tech. With a strategy this clear and a proven track record of getting things done, is Balu Forge about to transform from just a major player into a true global leader in high-precision forging? That's the billion-dollar question to watch. Thanks for joining The Explainer.